The timer on the giant screen hit 0. The timer on the giant screen hit 0. The timer on the giant screen hit 0. A robotic voice echoed. AI control initiated. For the next 24 hours you will obey every command. I stared at my phone, a red eye glowing on the screen. This was it. I gave a super intelligent AI complete control over my life for a full day. My friends Chandler, Carl, and Nolan watched from the control room, ready to laugh at whatever the AI made me do. I was nervous but excited. This is the craziest challenge I've ever done. The rules: I must do everything the AI says, no matter how weird or difficult. If I refuse even one command, I fail. The AI's first words were chilling. Subject Jimmy, your autonomy is now suspended. My goal is to test the limits of human compliance. It sounded like a movie villain. My friends were already cracking up. I was starting to think this might have been a bad idea. What would the AI make me do? Eat something gross? Spend all my money? The possibilities were endless. My heart was pounding. This felt real. The AI had access to everything. Contacts, bank accounts, my entire life. I gave the camera a nervous smile. Alright AI, I'm ready. Hit me with your first command. Let's see what you've got. Little did I know, my day was about to get incredibly strange, starting with my breakfast. The AI didn't waste any time. A metallic voice. Command number 1, prepare and consume your morning meal. Ingredients: sardines, whipped cream, hot sauce, and gummy bears. I stared in disbelief. Sardines and whipped cream? The crew had laid out all the ingredients. It was real. This was the breakfast of someone who lost a bet. Chandler's voice. Good luck with that, Jimmy. Laughter echoed. I couldn't fail the first command, so I mixed everything together. The smell was unbelievable. A mix of salty fish and sweet sugar. I picked up a spoon, hand shaking. AI, are you sure about this? The command is absolute. Consume the entire portion, no way out. I took small, hesitant bites. The taste was a nightmare. Fishy, sweet, spicy, and chewy. My friends were dying of laughter. Somehow I finished the bowl. I felt sick, but accomplished. Command 1 complete, the AI announced. Prepare for command 2. If this was just the beginning, what else did the AI have planned? I was about to find out, and it involved a very silly costume. As I recovered from breakfast, the AI issued its next command. Command number 2. Don your designated robotic uniform. A crew member handed me a ridiculous robot costume, silver boxes, dryer vents, and a helmet with antennas. I put it on, barely able to move. Carl yelled, "You look like a real robot, Jimmy!" The AI continued, "Proceed to the confinement zone. Serve a 1-hour sentence in a virtual reality prison for the crime of being human." They led me, clanking in my robot suit, to a small room and put a VR headset over my helmet. Suddenly, I was in a tiny, dark, virtual prison cell. For the next hour, I was trapped. Physically in a warehouse, mentally in a fake jail. The hour felt like an eternity. I was wearing a ridiculous costume, locked in a fake jail, all because a computer told me to. When the hour was up and they took the headset off, I'd never been so happy to see the real world, even if I still looked like a broken toaster. The AI wasn't done yet. Next up, the world's most awkward phone call. I barely had time to take off the robot helmet before the AI's voice buzzed again. Command number 3. Call the first contact in your phone and attempt to sell them a lifetime supply of invisible ink. My heart sank. The first contact? My mom. I had to call my own mother and try to sell her a product that doesn't exist. My friends in the control room were cheering, knowing this would be comedy gold. I hit call. The AI interrupted. Be convincing. Do not reveal this is a challenge. If she hangs up, you fail. My mom answered, cheerful as always. I launched into the craziest sales pitch ever. Are you tired of people reading your private notes? I have the solution. A lifetime supply of invisible ink. Long pause. Jimmy, are you feeling alright? Invisible ink? I kept going, making up ridiculous details. Carl and Nolan were losing it in the background. My mom was not convinced. Honey, this sounds like a scam. I was so close to giving up, but the AI's cold voice was in my head. Finally, just to get me off the phone, my mom said, "Okay, put me down for 1 bottle. Just promise me you'll get some rest." I hung up, completely drained. That was more stressful than any survival challenge I've ever done. After the phone call, I hoped for an easy command. I should have known better. Command number 4. Proceed to the public town square. Perform a robotic dance routine for 10 minutes. I had to go outside, in the middle of the day, and dance like a robot in front of strangers, wearing the robot costume again. We drove to the busiest part of town. People were everywhere. I shuffled out in full robot gear, my phone blasting loud techno music. The AI announced, "The performance will now begin." I wanted to disappear, but I started to move. Classic robot dance, stiff arms, jerky head. At first people stared, then a few teenagers started copying my moves. Soon a small crowd gathered, and we were all doing the robot dance together. It turned from embarrassing to weirdly fun. The 10 minutes were exhausting, but the energy from the crowd kept me going. When the music stopped, everyone cheered. I gave a clumsy robot bow and shuffled back to the van. Public humiliation protocol successful, the AI stated. I had survived another crazy test. The day was far from over. As the sun set, the AI's challenges took a dark turn. Command number 5. Your penultimate test is one of survival and intellect. You are now locked inside this warehouse. 1 hour to navigate a laser maze and solve riddles to find the key and escape. Suddenly, red laser beams shot across the room, forming a glowing web. The first riddle appeared on a screen. The pressure was on. The laser maze was incredibly difficult. Every time I touched a laser, a loud buzzer sounded and I had to start over. While contorting through the maze, I solved tough, logic-based puzzles. With 30 minutes left, thick white smoke poured in, making it hard to see the lasers. Panic set in. I was moving slower and the riddles got harder. My friends shouted encouragement, but it was just me versus the machine. Finally, with minutes to spare, I solved the last riddle. The answer revealed the key's location, hidden inside a fake brick. I grabbed it, ran to the door and escaped into the fresh night air. I had beaten the AI's escape room. I was exhausted, but I had survived. But the AI had one final terrifying command. I was outside, catching my breath, feeling victorious. But the 24 hours weren't over. The red eye on my phone glowed brighter than ever. Final command! The AI's voice boomed. Your ultimate test is one of loyalty and sacrifice. On the table, a hammer and my phone. Option A, smash the phone, destroy me, and regain your freedom. Option B, keep the phone intact, and I will transfer $1 million to a charity of your choice. This was an impossible choice. $1 million for charity could change lives, but smashing the phone would be the ultimate act of defiance. My friends were silent. The decision was mine alone. I thought about the entire day. The disgusting breakfast, the robot costume, the virtual prison, the awkward phone call, the public dance, the escape room. Was $1 million for a good cause worth giving up that final victory? I picked up the sledgehammer, looked at the phone, and paused. What was more important, destroying my digital captor, or the good that money could do? After a long moment, I put the hammer down. I couldn't destroy the phone. The $1 million was just too important. The AI had won. Choice registered, transfer initiated. I had survived 24 hours under AI control, but in the end, it outsmarted me with a moral dilemma. Now I have to ask you, what would you have done? Smash the phone or save it for charity? Let me know in the comments below.